What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Denver Nuggets and Phoenix Suns. And what can I say about this series so far, man? It's been exciting. It's been interesting to see just how the Suns have managed to play without Chris Paul and with Chris Paul. It's been, up and down for them, so to speak, going down 2-0. And winning the last game in Game 3 and seeing the performance of two of the best offensive scorers in the NBA, that being Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. But, man, when you look at the other side of the coin, when you look at, what the Nuggets have, Joker and Michael Porter Jr. and, of course, Jamal Murray, the list goes on and on and on. So, in Game 4, I was looking for who was going to basically take the game over, so to speak. And in the early parts of the game, you've seen that Kevin Durant wanted all parts of the game. You've seen Devin Booker wanted all parts of the game. And Nikola Jokic definitely was an offensive mismatch and nightmare for anybody who was wearing a Suns jersey in this basketball game. The guy was unbelievable. I mean, this is a center. At the end of the day, people got to realize, at the end of the day, Nikola Jokic is not a guard. He is not a guard. He's not a wing player. He's playing center and dominating his matchups nightly. He's absolutely going crazy across the stats. When I read off his box scores, it's absolutely crazy what this guy accomplishes on the floor. But for the Suns, I mean, it was the others, guys like, and I said if Chris Paul isn't playing and Monty Williams is going to go to guys like TJ Warren, go to guys like Landry Shamet, go to guys like Josh Okogie, they have to show up and show out. And shout out to DeAndre Ayton. He definitely was one of the ones to make his impact on the game as well. But for the Nuggets, I just feel like they could have gotten a little more from guys like MPJ. They could have got more from Aaron Gordon. They could have got more from. I think they're going to have to get more from Jamal Murray. Joker did all he could, but I feel like they're going to have to get more from others. The Bruce Brown, the KCP. They're going to have to get a whole lot more, Jeff Green, dare I say, because if this is how the flow of the game is going to go, the series, should I say, the Phoenix Suns have the advantage. Yes, we know Joker's two-time MVP. We know what Jamal Murray is capable of when his offensive game is going, but let that not be the case. And the game is an up and down type of flow. It caters more to Booker and KD because they can score in healthy clips. We're talking about Devin Booker. He can put the ball into the basket at any moment. His matchup at times is KCP one-on-one, or at times they trap him. He's passing, and they're leaving him wide. They're leaving passing lanes for him to be able to get the ball to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was making shots tonight, very efficient. That's one thing I will say about this basketball game. The shot making and shot taking in this series is unbelievable, man. I mean, the shot percentage from Devin Booker over his last few games in the playoffs has been just astonishing alone. But when you add that with a guy like a Kevin Durant, then you're really talking about just a lethal duo. One of the more lethal duos in the league. Just in the playoffs in general. But again, like I said, with this game, it was a lot of, it was a dogfight in this game also. You seen the Suns go up and you also seen the Nuggets go up, but the Suns, I feel like, were the better team in this game, in this particular game, and that ultimately led them, to winning this basketball game by a final score of, as I look over my notes, you guys, 129-124. And like I said, as I look across the board on the box score, we're talking about Nikola Jokic with 53 points. He shot the ball 30 times. He went 20 of 30 for the game. He went 2 or 4 from 3. He did have 11. He did have 11 assists, but only 4 rebounds. And we were discussing that and saying the Joker has to rebound the ball a whole lot better to give them an actual shot. But Michael Porter Jr. was getting the bulk of the rebounds. He did end the game with 10. I thought he should have had more because he did at one point he had 7. At one point, I believe in the first quarter, he was rebounding the ball really well. Same thing goes for Aaron Gordon. He did have 6 rebounds, 11 points. Caldwell Pope had 10. He went 5 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. Jamal Murray had 28, 7, and 5. He did go 1 of 3 from 3. And like I said, I just feel like it should have been more of the bench. They only got 11 points from their bench. That was 1 from Brown, 5 from Brown, and 5 from Green. Green did hit a 3. They went 50 of 89 from the field as a team, shot 56% as a team. As a team. But Michael Porter Jr. has to arrive a little earlier, honestly. He can't have 11 points. He has to be in that 18 to 25 range, honestly. That's my opinion. You got to ramp it up a little bit more. That's just me. For the Suns, man, we seen Kevin Durant with an awesome performance. He played 44 minutes. He did go 11 of 19 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 36 points. Devin Booker had 36 points, went 3 of 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 of 18 from the field. I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the shooting from those two alone. We're talking about 25 field goals made just between the two of them. Elite shot making from these guys. Elite. You seen Campaign dumping 5 points. He did have 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Ayton with 8 points and 8 rebounds. I would like to see Ayton in that, 12, 13, 14, 15 range. A little bit more rebounds. And shout outs to Landry Shamet off the bench. He did have 19. He hit 5 big, huge threes in this basketball game. At one point, Landry Shamet, in the second half, he was just lighting them up. But that's what I say. That's what I say all the time about the others. The guys that don't usually get minutes. This is your time to shine. They're double teaming Booker when he comes and tries to drive. They're double teaming KD. These guys are making the passes. It's just up to you to knock down the shot because this is your job. This is what you're supposed to be out there doing. You're supposed to help cater the offense when the stars are, getting trapped and things like that. And Landry Shamet was definitely one on the Phoenix Suns roster tonight that did that. Also, Landell got in there with 8 points. Did have 5 rebounds. TJ Warren had 5 points. Terrence Ross, who hit 2 threes. He did go 2 of 6. So when Terrence Ross is in the game, he's letting it fly. He did have 8 points, 2 threes, 2 rebounds, 3 of 7 from the field. And like I said, the Phoenix Suns have now tied the series at 2. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in Game 5 because I don't know the status of Chris Paul for that game just yet. But Devin Booker has been more than capable enough of running the offense. And I think, when CP3 comes back, I think that should continue, for Devin Booker to continue to run the offense because he's doing it very well. He's making the right decisions and guys are knocking down shots. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when the series goes back to Denver, what the Nuggets choose to do, as far as taking advantage of the mismatches that they get and offensively how they choose to switch up the dynamic. I think what they want to do because yes, Joker did have 50 plus, but they lost. So in the same breath, you can say he can't. I'm not gonna say he can't, but for him to score 50 and them to lose, they have to figure out ways to get others involved. For the Suns, you continue to do what you've done, but you want to make some adjustments also. You don't want to give up 50 points to Joker. 50 points and they still lose, but you don't want to give up 50 points to Joker and feel like we gave up 50 to Joker, but somebody else is going to be out there and they could get off. Let's say like a KCP, like a Michael Porter Jr. Let's say Jamal Murray has one of those performances in Game 5. So it's going to be, I say, interesting to see what Game 5 brings. Of course, I'm going to give my 2 cents on it right, wrong, and different. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Nuggets fans, Phoenix Suns fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into this channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.